The theories of the ideal board composition and structure developed in the 2000s were shown to have little impact during the global financial crisis. The failures of many boards to competently foresee and deal with the crisis have led to a renewed questioning of the roles which boards should play in the strategic planning of organizations. We are facing a radically uncertain future. The lessons learnt from what happened in the past will probably not be enough to prepare us for the future. It has become apparent that analytical reasoning alone can no longer deliver the agility needed to prosper within the fast-changing economic, technical, and cultural worlds which organizations now operate. From the early 2000s, it has been proposed that the skills which designers use to deal with complex problems, combining technical and human-scale challenges, are one possible way forward. This approach has come to be known as design thinking, and I'm sure it isn't the first time you've heard that term. Design thinking is still being codified and defined, but few would argue with the following general definition. Design thinking is a framework and problem-solving methodology which balances creative and analytical skills to develop solutions in complex spaces. Emphasis is placed on cycles of iteration, usually including research, ideation, prototyping, and testing, along with deep human-centered focus, implicit value placed on innovation, interdisciplinarity, and moving between divergent and convergent thinking goals. After around 20 years of academic research and business practice instituting design thinking to develop products and services, and to reshape business models, there is still little discussion of the role design could play on boards of directors. So here's my hot take based on the available literature on the subject. A board of directors is a group of individuals elected to represent stockholders and stakeholders. A board's mandate is to establish policies for management and make strategic decisions on major company issues. A board is responsible for helping an organization set goals, support executive duties, and ensuring the company has adequate and well-managed resources. So how do we best choose the makeup for a board of directors? What leadership styles make a good board member? Research has pointed out that design thinking is closely linked with adaptive leadership styles. Adaptive leadership focuses on facilitating a team of people to help solve complex challenges. While design thinking does not consider the team focus exclusively, there are many similarities. An adaptive leadership resides within a group, not a single charismatic leader. Adaptive leadership is a framework where individuals and organizations take on the gradual but meaningful process of change. It asks everyone to differentiate the essential from the expendable to bring about a real challenge to the status quo. There are specific characteristics and skills shared between great design thinkers and great adaptive leaders. For example, adaptive leadership requires cultural competence, the ability to understand the views and motivation of others in order to connect with and motivate individuals to work together for a common goal. This is very much like design thinking's focus on human-centeredness and empathy, the need to deeply understand and empathize with the user, and place the user's needs at the center of any problem-solving activities. Another highly desirable skill of an effective adaptive leader is the ability to experiment and take risks, learning from those experiments which don't work out. Adaptive leadership theory describes this as critical capability because of the chaotic, unpredictable, and ever-changing environments in which leaders work. The exact same is true of design thinking. Working within those same chaotic and nonlinear systems, a design thinker deals with ambiguity by generating multiple ideas, creating prototypes, or experiments, is open to risk-taking, and learns from failures. So let's talk about 5 design thinking skills specifically, and see if we can connect them with governance and leadership required on a board of directors. Empathy, The ability to see a situation from multiple perspectives, such as the points of view of clients, end users, management, and shareholders. Empathy is the flexibility to understand different points of views which can help bring mutually beneficial solutions out. Boards mediate many competing requirements. For example, returning dividends to shareholders, or investing in long-term projects, or delivering cheaper products or services to customers. It is imperative that a board member is able to deeply understand these viewpoints and differing contexts to fully negotiate the complexities. Optimism, the belief that every problem has at least one solution and things can be improved. Design can be defined as the act of turning the current situation into a more desirable future. A designer always believes that a positive impact can be made with the right intervention. A board of directors has many roles, but an important one is helping to set the tone and culture of an organization. Looking into the future to direct a long-term goal of an organization requires healthy and tempered optimism to help bring everyone together in a vision of a better future. Dealing with ambiguity, the ability to work with missing or incomplete information. The capacity to work with the unknown, to make important decisions without all the information, and to accept that some things can never be known is a critical skill set. A board of directors who require complete certainty before proceeding will only hold their organization back. The future is categorically uncertain. Prototyping, creating to learn, and experimenting. Prototyping in the context of design thinking is a way of learning about a problem or solution by creating a tangible artifact or experience to test it in various ways. Design thinking has a bias towards action, which should become core to any board of directors' activities. When in doubt, do something. If talking and analysis alone could produce answers, the problem would not be coming to the board meetings. A board exists, among other reasons, to allocate resources. Risk-taking, the ability to move current knowledge forward and to move past the status quo. Boards are obsessed with reducing risk, but this is the wrong approach to take. Risk is a measure, not a value judgment. It is vital to question the orthodoxy and seek new opportunities. Design thinkers are comfortable with risks and ambiguity. Not being afraid of failure is a key to innovation. Fail forward is the aim. Traditional command and control management means reducing options to the least risky, but design thinking includes divergent thinking processes to imagine a range of possible solutions. Whilst in neither case can the future be predicted, when presented with new and complex problems or opportunities, it is clear which process is preferable. These sound like great skills to look for when you look for your newest board member. But what if you already have a board of directors and senior leadership in place, but they're not design thinkers? Well, that's okay. None of these skills mentioned are fixed. Every one of them can be developed by individuals or teams. And it is not required that every member of a team possess every skill equally. It is the differences between the skill and backgrounds of any group of collaborators which create the value they bring to an organization. In summary, if you want your organization to face the future with the best opportunity to thrive, it is essential to understand design thinking. Creating, or should I say designing, a board of directors which is adaptable, with a growth mindset, and takes risks to deliver value in a complex and unknowable environment is the key to success.